So a lot of you have been asking Amarachi on Facebook, on Instagram, and in the comment section how to get scholarship to study in Russia. Unfortunately, we are not on scholarship. We are on paid tuition. We pay our tuitions ourselves. So, but fortunately for you guys, we got a friend of mine who is studying in Vladivostok, who is studying medicine in Vladivostok, who is on a scholarship, a Nigerian Russian government scholarship, a unilateral scholarship. So he's going to be explaining the processes of how he got the scholarship and how you can also apply to get a scholarship. All right. Nice. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good evening from Vladivostok.
All right. Okay. So good evening from good afternoon.
Okay.
All right. So how are you?
Yeah, so good.
All right. So today we want to make the podcast very fast. So we're going to be asking you a very few questions for you to answer for our audiences. First of all, please tell us how studying in Vladivostok is. How is it like being a medical student in Vladivostok?
Oh yes, studying in Vladivostok as an international student and studying medicine, for me, I think it's been quite interesting and fun. Like having these childhood dreams. So, one day I'd like to be a doctor, I'd like to be a doctor. And I finally like being part of the process. So I think, it's interesting and fun. And then I've also realized that it's not just about being a doctor, wearing the coat and having a stethoscope on your neck.
Yeah.
Like there's a and sometimes it may get to be tough. Well, I just finished my first year, but it's been quite fun. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so you and I met way back when we were in Federal Government College Vandikia, that is in Nigeria. So did you start having dreams of being a doctor from when you were in Nigeria?
What sparked up that dream?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. I think I've always shared the story that I had dreams of being a doctor when I was 4 years old.
Wow,
and the story is quite interesting because we were eating and then I had a fish bone stuck in my neck. My dad, it was so painful, and when my dad took me to the hospital, I did not really know what the doctors did. I just had to lie down on the table, and then he had something like a torch. He flashed it in my mouth, and I took some things, and all of a sudden I couldn't feel any pains again and everything. So when I came back, I was like, oh man, I loved how the doctors were working. I loved how the hospital environment was, and then I told him I would love to be a doctor. So since that time, I've always.
I'm sure that made him very happy.
No, that is really nice, man. It's fine. Everybody has their own story on why they wanted to be doctor. As for Amarachi, I don't know. Your parents just asked her to be doctor.
Excuse me, that's not the reason. I had a passion for helping people. I had a passion for helping people. That's why.
For helping people, and you don't help me.
Please.
Okay, that is fine. That is fine. We wanted to ask you, right? So you are on a federal government scholarship in a federal government scholarship, and that is the federal government of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Which scholarship are you on? Are you on a Russian government scholarship or on a federal government scholarship?
Okay, the scholarship actually is a bilateral education program between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Russian Federation. So I think it would be right to say it's a Russian government scholarship, but the Nigerian government, of course, has a part to play in it as well. The tuition fees are waived by the Russian government. So we don't get to pay the tuition fee, but the Nigerian government also has a part to play by paying monthly stipends to the scholars who are studying. And so the Russian government has its part, and then the Nigerian government also has its part. So it's like a bilateral agreement.
Okay, that is really nice.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You guys are, having the life, because some of us are private students. We have to pay for our tuition fees ourselves. We have to pay for our feeding and all of that. But it's good.
Wait, so
it's good. It's perfect. I'm really happy for you.
It's not depending on you. You're all looking good, and I think, it's.
Don't be deceived, man.
Please.
All right, no, it's fine, man. Basically, nice. So how was your path to scholarship?
Yeah. How were you able to get your hands on it? Mm-hmm. How did you secure it?
How did you know of the scholarship? Basically,
Okay, so I think a lot of people say information is power and knowledge is power, of course. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, we're together in Federal Government College Vandikia. And I think I never got to know about the scholarship until I got to my SS1. Okay. My dad had a friend, so his son had gotten the scholarship to Russia as well. And he was my dad was my dad's friend. So he told my dad about the scholarship. And then I was like, okay, that's very nice. My dad told me, Elijah, if you can also make up to 5 distinctions in your WAEC, if you're going to leave the country, you're going to study abroad. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. It's interesting. So when I go back to school, I told one of my friends, there's this guy, Ondem Batitia. He was my very good friend.
Oh, yeah, I know him. He has a nickname. Is it, what do we call him again? His nickname, like Chalaza something. Yeah, I met him in JS1. Yeah. I remember when we first started school, we were all junior students, so we were running away from seniors together. Running, like the oppression from seniors was always there. So we were actually very good friends. We were actually very good friends.
Yeah.
Well, that is fine. So
Chalaza was my. So Chalaza was my friend, and we're together. So I told him about the scholarship as well, and he was like, "Okay, we'll study together. God helping us to get the scholarship and everything." Yeah. So when I took my WAEC exams, God helped me. Of course, the criteria was 5 distinctions. I got 8 distinctions in WAEC.
Whoa!
So
WAEC is not easy.
So, you're a genius.
Yeah, when I had distinctions,
you're a genius.
Yeah.
Wow.
With that, like, congratulations, man. Congratulations. I knew you were smart, but I didn't know you were an average genius.
That's amazing.
Well, it's fine, man.
Thank you.
All right. So, the scholarship, I know, there are a few things I've heard about the scholarship, and please, you can either tell me if they are right or wrong, for every statement I make. The Nigerian government pays up to $500 a month for upkeep.
500,000.
$500 a month. That is true.
Yeah.
You get to stay in the hostels for free. True or yes?
Yes.
Not really true. You get to pay from the stipends you have been paid.
Oh,
so from the
See, that makes sense because that makes sense because when I had $500, I'm like, this Nigeria will just vomit $500.
Yeah, I think they get $500 a month. These guys are rich. Look at him. These guys are rich. $500 a month for all of them. It's all right. And another thing again, another myth. The Russian government offers about 15,000 spots every year to international, like other countries. 15,000 spots for scholarships.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Oh, well, I may not be able to say the exact number that the Russian government offers, but I know that for Nigeria, there are about 100 to 120 slots yearly for Nigerians.
That is really, really good. 100. That means 120 Nigerians, if they get the distinctions, they can be able to come for this.
It's tight. It's a tight.
It's tight, but remember, Nigeria has 200 million population. So those of you that are here are just like the smartest of the smartest. Like they're just geniuses. Well, for you to define a population of 200 million people,
I'm getting
out of 120. That is 0.0000 raised to the power of 10 domination. These guys are smart. Oh, it's really good. So what advice would you give to anybody wanting to apply for the scholarship, from Nigeria, from other countries, and basically?
Okay, yeah. So if I were to advise those who are going to apply for the scholarship, I would say first have a positive mindset. Okay. You see, like sometimes most people, even before applying for scholarships, they already conclude that there's a prepared list of those who are going to get the scholarship already. So there's no point.
Okay, not some people like me were like that at some point.
He's saying something like that. It's all about mindset.
Yeah, it's all about mindset.
It's all about mindset.
Okay, Amarachi.
Yeah, so have a positive mindset and know that you can actually get it, because if you don't have a positive mindset, even in your application, you may just get to do it haphazardly, knowing that the final result is there. But if you know you stand the chance of getting it, you are going to be more meticulous, and in the process, you may get to have one of the best applications. So I think the first thing is have a positive mindset, and the secondly, be open to opportunities. Keep on asking, keep on researching anything you see, apply. And then when you apply, of course, I wouldn't take out the place of God. The God factor is very important. In as much as we are smart, in as much as we prepare for exams, but I think when God really wants to favor somebody, He can actually do something for you. So the place of God is very important. Have a positive mindset, and then also research about the requirements. What exactly do they need from you? What exactly do you need to put out? How best to apply? And then, of course, you stand a great chance of getting a scholarship.
It's really amazing, man. Thank you guys for sharing this with us today. We need to learn something more. Also, before we go, like we wanted to ask you a question. We are staying in 2 different time zones.
Yeah.
We have the Moscow time, the Moscow time. And which time zone do you have? Somehow I think it's about 7 hours a week.
Vladivostok. Yeah, Vladivostok time.
Wow.
It is interesting that we can be staying in the same country, and we have about 7 different time
zones. It's really mind blowing. I won't lie. Like
it's really 7. I think it's even more than 7.
Afternoon.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. No problem. Thanks a lot for,
We appreciate you too.
We really do appreciate you.
Oh, yes. And one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so far, right?
Okay.
You're in
Vladivostok. You have been in Russia for 3 years. Can't pronounce his name. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's a bit hard to pronounce. How is your experience there so far? Like the university, how are the people there? How is your experience so far? Like just in a nutshell.
Okay, yeah, talking about Vladivostok, I think, when I was coming here, I heard it's very far from the major cities where like a lot of Africans and some other scholarship students based. Yeah. So I'm like, am I going to be alone in the midst of foreigners, like in the midst of Russians and stuff? But when I came, I actually found that there are some Africans here, and there's actually a beautiful African family here as well. Wow. And then talking about the university, it makes me to brag about my university. We have one of the best universities in Russia.
No, we have one of the best universities in Russia.
Our school is like almost 90, so...
Yeah, our school is about 90 years old.
So like 90 years old.
And at some point, it was the best in the Northern Caucasus, I believe. Well, it's fine, man.
You need to check the latest updates. We have one of the best.
No, I actually think so, because our university is not ranked very high these days, because we have not industrialized, digitalized. Because till now we're still having...
ancient,
our portal. We don't have a portal that is functional and all of that.
Yeah.
And even universities in Nigeria do have that. So
it's really a paper-based university. That's what I call it. A paper-based university.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Thanks for having you, man. Thanks for having you, Elijah. And please note, if we're editing this interview and it turns out bad, we're gonna call you back to say the same things that you said. Because this is our first online interview. And we hope everything goes well. Thanks a lot, man.
We appreciate you, and have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Keep up the good work you're doing on your channel. I really enjoy it.
Right? Did you hear what he said, guys? Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, guys. It's people like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, I am Amarachi. Guys, I am Arumu. Amarachi. And our interviewer is Elijah from Vladivostok.
Yes.
All right. Thanks a lot
so
for
much,
coming. And have a nice day, man.
Have a nice day,
a nice night, a nice evening.
Yeah.